Hi everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Mentor Talks with GetSet. My name is Sri, I'm the founder and chief marketing officer for GetSet Canada, and this is Mentor Talks episode 15. Now, before we get into the discussion for the day and bring our guest, I have a couple of announcements to make. One is regarding a partnership that we recently accomplished. We have recently partnered with Continental MigrationServices. They are a migration consultancy based in the UAE, helping people migrate to countries like Canada, UK, Poland, Australia, and Turkey through different migration programs. And we are their official mentorship partner in Canada. So for any candidates who are migrating to Canada, we provide academic and professional development services through our mentorship community. And the second part of this exciting news is that we have Anwais Arif, who is the owner and founder of the company, joining our conversation today. I'm really excited. Anwais comes from a lot of experience bringing people to countries like Canada and UK and Australia, and he holds a team of experts who are really good in what they do. So let's listen from Anwais a couple of common questions that candidates ask during their process of migrating to Canada, and I'm sure Anwais has all your answers. So let's bring in Anwais. This is going to be an exciting one. Hi, Anwais. Welcome to Mentor Talks with GetSet. How are you today?
Hey Shri, thank you very much for having me today with Mentor Talks. And I'm really doing fine. I'm glad that I'm seeing you here in the live session today. It's really amazing, and I would thank you so much.
No problem. You know what? Pleasure is all ours because you're a busy man. You definitely took some time out of your schedule to spend time with our audience here. And that is a big thing. And I'm so grateful that you found that time. You're here talking to, all our audience. It's great to hear. A few things that I would like to mention again was one is our partnership. I'm looking forward to do great things with you guys, and the whole team, Gets its team, is looking forward to do a lot of great things with you guys in future, and we are really excited. I mean, I have to put that out there. There's no way I can stop myself from being happy that we are helping a community together.
That's absolutely true. As we have discussed a lot of time before coming to this session that we are having today, the feelings are mutual because we
It
have
is.
set of people, yeah, we have set of people who are looking into get more information. I would particularly say the insiders. People are looking to have, for example, somebody who has migrated to Canada. What are they going to do? What are the steps
Right.
they're going to follow?
Right.
Lending them with job or helping with the accommodation. Same goes with students who are looking into pursue for their education in Canada.
Correct.
More than the students, the parents, they are worried that what is going to happen. How are we going to send our kid or children to Canada? How are they going to get accommodation? How are they going to
Right.
get selected? So all these things and questions, I'm pretty sure get said, and the team is there to help and assist people with these things that they're worrying about.
For sure. And again, we have a very personalized approach with you guys. And I'm really happy that we're doing it. And for all the audience out there listening to us today from the UAE, Continental Migration is one of our partners, and they're one of the best in the industry doing this great job of bringing people to Canada. And any day, check their website out, understand what they do. Personal recommendation here.
Obviously, see, while talking and while telling about each other, we are talking about the company. So as I mentioned, GetSet guys is there to help and assist you with the post lending services, which includes most of the asked question that how are we going to go ahead and land with the job. So
Right.
GetSet have a bunch of people who have already gone or migrated to Canada, and they can help and assist you with giving answers to the most asked questions that you would have. So with the help of both
Excellent.
the companies, GetSet Consulting and Continental Migration, we are looking forward to have good number of people on board who are desirous to
100%.
migrate to Canada. Yeah.
100%. I'm really excited. Now, the normal routine of this is a little different. We do things live, and unfortunately, we had a little connectivity issue,
Yeah.
but it's okay. Things happen, right? So let's get into our questions, and let's make this more interesting. Now,
Sure.
the first question is, the obvious one, right? Let's start with who is Anwais? What do you do, right? And what is continental migration? Let's just hear a little bit about what you do and
Okay.
what your company is about, Anwais.
Continental Migration is a migration and consultation providing company. We are based in Dubai, UAE, and we are providing migration consultancy to people who are looking into migrate to different part of the world. So, for
Right,
example, if you're planning to set yourself and your family permanently in Canada, or you're looking into set your family permanently in Australia, New Zealand, uh, for a matter of fact, European countries, we
right,
have what we can help and assist you in any way possible to migrate you and your family. On top of this, we do have some investment programs in which, for example, somebody who do not want to migrate or who do not want to go ahead and be a part of these countries which I named before, but they want
right.
to go ahead and invest in property. They want
Hmm.
to go ahead and invest in government bonds, or they want to
Right,
go ahead and invest in different what do you call ventures which the government of Greece, Turkey, and Vanuatu is offering.
wow,
We have covered for those things, so we can help you with the process hassle free. We can help you with the process without any issues from the beginning till the end, so you and your family can secure a better future. Not only that, but we also help you with the student visas. We have you covered for getting admission in a university or
right.
college, whatever you're looking for related to the education sector. Along with that, we do help you with visitor visas for different countries wherever you're looking into to fly. Maybe alone, maybe for leisure, maybe for
Right.
business with your family. We have you covered for that. So this is what continental migration is doing from quite a long time, and we have been in this industry for almost 4 years now.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, you guys are actually new and you're doing a lot. So that's great to hear.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that again we got connected. We are here together in this effort. And for anyone, again, who is looking out for opportunities to migrate to Canada, looking for a certified, guaranteed immigration consultant, you can probably get in touch with Anwais directly. Knowing him, I'm sure he should. He will be 100% open here to even speak with you. Let's move to the next one here. So you're in the business of foreign migration. This is what you do in general. You do a lot of countries. You do the UK, Canada, Australia, Poland, Turkey. And my question is, so does it sound right when I say that the process, especially the Canadian immigration process, have been impacted, and or there is a difference on how this was done in the past? That is, you know, pre-COVID versus, uh, things are how things are happening today, like during the COVID situation.
Right.
Is it right? Has it affected Canada's immigration in general?
See, Shri, if you talk about the post and the pre-COVID, I'll definitely go ahead and give you an appropriate answer or the information to this,
Right,
because during this whole tenure, when everybody was home quarantined, everybody was locked down, everybody was not allowed to go out. Canada was the only economy which was supporting their people, which was
right,
supporting their citizens and their permanent residents. Now, what the Canadian government did in those 7, 8 months, it is bringing results now, and it is
Right.
attracting more and more people towards Canadian permanent residency. I would
Right.
not go ahead and say that it is false, or I would not go ahead and say that people would not want to migrate. It is
Mhm.
absolutely true that people are looking into migrate to Canada because of the benefits that they're getting, because the government is really supportive. And
Right.
I'm pretty sure most of the people who are listening, and they would definitely go ahead and say yes to it. The Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, he announced in the beginning of this year that he is looking into have more than 400,000 immigrants from all across the world.
Right.
The good news for people who are planning to migrate to Canada, this is the year for them. This is the time when they and their families can plan. They can start their process, as the process takes 9 to 12 months of time. By
Mhm.
the end of this year, most of the people would be having their residency in their hand. And yes,
Right.
it has increased very, very good in numbers, and people are applying. Yeah.
Wow, that's great to hear because I personally know a lot of people today who are so interested to come to Canada
Right.
because of how Canada dealt with the whole COVID-19 scenario.
Exactly. Exactly.
I being here in Ontario, so I'm based in St. Catharines, Ontario, and I've been hearing and seeing things, and I think we're doing great as a country, and we're
Exactly.
doing amazing when it comes to stopping spread of COVID-19. We are
Exactly.
in this game together, and I'm so glad that there are people who see it too. There are others who feel like, hey, this is where I want to be, right? This is a great place to migrate. So
Right.
thank you for that, Anwais. It really helped. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who are thinking today, hey, should I move to Canada? Or should I move to the UK? Or should I go to Australia? But I think hearing it from you, it makes a lot of difference. Thanks again.
Thank you.
So, why do you think, again, you've given one reason here, but what are the other reasons that you think are making candidates choose Canada over other countries? I'm sure it's not the weather because it is the best in the world. You know what? I love snow. I'm a fan of winter, right? But
Right.
a lot of people who are migrating from India or tropical countries might think
Right.
twice. They're like, hey, it snows probably in places like Alberta. Well, it
Right.
snow everywhere, every time. So what do
So
you think are the other reasons of why
I'll
people choose
tell you,
Canada?
talking about having said this thing about the snow and the weather. See, this is most common question which most of the people who are migrating from subcontinent will ask. I mean, okay, we have 4 seasons. We have very good weather here. Why do we migrate to a very cold place? But at the end
Right,
of the day, to answer to those people who are focusing on this thing that Canada is a very cold place, they do have the heating system, guys. They do have
oh yeah.
everything. I mean, people who are living in Middle East, they would relate to this thing. Middle East is the hottest region in the world, and to deal with the hottest region, the Middle East Corporation, which is GCC, they
Right.
have cooling system everywhere. So
Mhm.
same as a thing, guys. Canada, they do have the heating system wherever you go, in your offices, in your elevators, in the shopping malls, in your homes. They do have it. Apart
Right.
from this, the benefits which the Canadian government is giving to an individual or to the family, which include, most importantly, the question is for the health benefits or the medical benefits which somebody is getting. So if you
Right.
just go ahead and look into the world, medical is the only thing which is really, really expensive. God
Oh
forbid,
yeah.
if you have to go in a hospital and you get a big fat bill, you won't be able to go ahead and pay it without having a medical insurance or a health insurance. So that is the very first thing. Kids probably they get sick very, very easily. So kids are covered in Canada for the medical and the health insurance. Apart from that, free education is there. Who would not want to have a world class education? Canada
True.
have colleges. Canada have good universities which are number one, or I would say A-listed universities and colleges. Who would
Right.
not want their kids to go to those universities and colleges? Apart from that, you have the job security. Uh, I'll just go ahead and relate to people who are listening us from Middle Eastern region.
Hmm.
Middle East, what happened is, for example, you're out of the job, or your employer has asked you to leave. You don't want your services in his or her company anymore. You only have a certain amount of time in which you have to find a job for you.
Right.
If in case you're not able to find a job, you probably have to go back, get yourself another visa. You have to come back. You have to find yourself a job. Job security in Canada obviously is number one. The employers would definitely give you all the benefits, but once
Right.
you with the job over there, plus you have the old age benefits that most of the people would be getting after they're retired. They would be getting all the, I mean, old age benefits that
Right.
they can have the taste of after they're retired. And apart from that, the economy is very strong. See, if you're paying taxes to the government, you're getting all these things in return. So why
Exactly.
would we want to pay tax where there is no return? Why would somebody want to waste that money putting it in I would say a hole which is just a black hole? You're not getting anything out of it. Where you
Right.
put taxes to the government, and government is giving you all these benefits back in the form of the things that I mentioned earlier.
Oh, you're 100% right. And what the other point that probably you might have missed to mention was in terms of buying properties in Canada.
Oh yes,
Yeah, so
exactly.
that is a big thing for me. I mean, I'm an example of that.
Exactly.
I came to Canada 4
Uh-huh.
years ago,
Right.
and I have a house the first year after. As simple as that, right?
That's great. I'm
So
pretty
you're
sure guys who are listening, us talking, they
right.
would definitely want to go ahead and be a part of Canadian economy. Last but not the least, I will want to tell you, see, people who are listening from Middle East, they would definitely relate to this thing that
Oh, they will.
regardless if you spend the time in
Hmm.
Middle East, 10 years, 15, 20 years, you eventually have to go back to your home country.
Right.
But in Canada, a country who is providing you all these things, you do not have to worry about going back,
This
because
is
the
the home
moment
country.
exactly this is the home country for you. You
Right.
get permanent residency, you get citizenship, you have
Mhm.
all the rights. The moment you have the citizenship, you have the passport, you have the right to vote, you can be in their government, you can run for the minister or the president. Like we all know, there
Right.
are many Indians and there are many Pakistanis who are in the like cabinet, or who are in the government uh, officers. They are on very good position and ranks. So
Right.
anybody who is having the residency, which is permanent, and citizenship, once you get the citizenship, I'm sorry, not the permanent residency,
Right.
citizenship, you can actually run for all these things later.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's one of the reasons why we see a lot of people confidently migrating to Canada,
True.
respective of all these problems that we talked about. I mean, whether
Exactly.
I believe me, it's not the biggest problem. People, I don't think anyone should be worried about weather. Yeah,
Exactly.
I've had people. I think we had this conversation before too. You did
Yeah, and
speak with me
I
and
was
told me
just
that.
thinking,
Yeah,
you told
exactly. You're like
me
your
not a
candidates are a little worried about the weather. I said, just talk to me. I'll tell you how beautiful it is. It's wonderful to play in
exact.
snow. Let's start with that. All right. All right. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. What are the common challenges and ways that you hear from an applicant during their express entry processes? It's like probably I've heard people say that, hey, that whole application part is confusing. I don't know what to apply, what certificates to get.
Mhm.
What are these challenges that you've heard in the past?
See, having said for the express entry, yes, it is a challenging process, but with the help of a consultancy like Continental Migration,
Right.
we make it really easy, and we make it really doable for people. I mean,
Hmm.
it has nothing to do, for a matter of fact, if somebody else who is just an applicant would go ahead and search on YouTube or Google, they'll be like, okay, it has nothing to do with the consultancy. But believe you me, if there is one single mistake in the application, that
Right.
can make your application down the drain. That can
Oh, yeah.
make it go worse in any situation you can think of. Now, most of the people, they are facing problem because people who are applying from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, or from Middle Eastern countries, like Syria or Lebanon
Hmm.
or Egypt, they have a problem. They all have a common problem, which is getting a good score in the IELTS. I mean, I'm not saying not everybody can get it, but there are a handful of people who can get good scores in the IELTS. But
Right.
again, there are five important things that you have to take care of. First, the age. Second is
Hmm.
the education. Third is
Right.
the work experience, IELTS. And then comes if you have any blood relation who is living and working in Canada.
Right.
So most of the people, they do not have the fifth thing. So we will not talk about it. There are very few people who have that. But looking into the IELTS, that is the bigger task, number one.
Right.
And the second thing is the assessment of their educational credential.
Hmm.
Now, for the IELTS, we do have planned everything. What we do is we provide our clients with the IELTS training material that
Right.
makes their study, that makes their training for the IELTS really easy. All they have to do is download the IELTS training material, and they just have to go through the material. Everything is self-explanatory in that, and they can easily go for their reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Right.
And if they need any assistance, we do have professionals, which
Hmm.
are called case managers, case officers. They can help and
Right.
guide them in all this step. Then
Excellent.
we do have most of the people, they have this problem, which is called the assessment of their educational credential,
Right.
which obviously is a hectic process.
Right.
It is a hectic process, to be very honest, because countries like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, it is really hectic to get your documents, a test from the university or the assessing authority, get them
Right.
sealed. I'm pretty sure that you can relate when you are applying for a student visa. It's the same thing that you
It
have to
is.
do.
It
But
is. You're talking about
here,
West, right? You just wanted to
exactly.
clear.
I'm talking about West and
Yes.
ICAS. So it's the same thing. You have to go through the same process, ask people to get your document assessment done. Please get me the credentials. Please put them in the envelope. Please seal it. And then you have to dispatch and you have to send it to Canada for the assessment verification. Now,
Right.
once
Right.
this whole thing is done, the biggest worry part and the tension, I would say, which most of the people would have in their mind, is for the CRS. That is called comprehensive ranking system, because
Right.
expert entry is a point-based application. So
Hmm.
many of the people, millions of people, they would come across the first stage, which I just discussed with you, and I just told our people who are viewing us. That is very easy. Anybody can do IELTS. Anybody can do the assessment. They would have an experience of more than 6 years. They
Right.
would definitely be young with their age, like 30, 32, 35. That is not a problem. The moment you step into the second stage, that is where the problem starts. Because the Canadian migration, they have a set limit. What they do is they open a draw, and the draw is, let's say, 460 or 470. And most of the people, they have their points, which are just handful of points, maybe
Right.
3 or maybe 350. Half of the people who are wishing to apply for express entry, they do not meet the benchmark, which is 460, 470. Now, here comes the worry part, and how we can help and assist people in this is that we can go ahead and put their application not only in the express entry, but we can go ahead and put it on surveillance to see what other provinces are nominating their occupation. That
Right.
is one thing, which is called PNP. It
Yeah.
is
Provincial entry. Yeah.
exactly. PNP means provincial nomination, in which one province will go ahead and nominate the occupation, which is in the demand list. And if your occupation meets, obviously you get additional points for that, which can
Right.
boost the CRS. And the second option is to land you with a job. mean, that is also a part of the program. It is a little trickier, a little lengthier part, but yes, we do have people, we do have our consultants, we do have our team who can help and assist you with all the technicalities, and that can land you with a job according to your work experience that you have. That can add additional points. So either you have a job offer or you have a PNP nomination, both
Mhm.
lands you with additional points for your CRS. That can get you an invitation letter to apply, which is an ITA. That is the only document which is the most important, which
Right,
everybody who is in the express entry will relate to.
right.
And this is a document which people are looking forward to have, so they can apply for their permanent residency along with their family, and then they can travel to Canada.
Right. I know that feeling of getting that COPR.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's heaven. You wait for like 9 months and
right.
you're like, finally you have it in your hand.
True.
And you're not thinking you're just migrating, but you're probably lifting
You've
your root
made
up and planting
everything.
it somewhere. Right. It's you have that much confidence when you migrate to Canada
True.
versus any other country, because when you reach there as a permanent resident, you will have all that you need to get settled in Canada.
Absolutely true.
Right, you will
Absolutely.
have the support from the government. You have agencies helping you out, like GetSet, for instance. And also there are so many programs that newcomers can be a part of, where they would feel like, hey, I just came back to my home. So I'm really happy that Canada follows a, a migration system that is very, very friendly. That's the way
Right.
I would like to say it. All right. So let's move to probably the last question uh, that I'll ask you for the day. So, what are the common setbacks that you've heard from people of why they don't want to move to Canada? I know we discussed about the weather part, but
Right.
what makes you feel like people would prefer other countries over Canada?
Man, I kid you not. In this business for almost 6 years, I never heard anybody telling me that they don't want to migrate. So
Right.
you asking this question to me for the setbacks, I'll tell you literally, there are no setbacks. I never heard anybody telling me that they don't want to migrate. Yes,
Right.
you can hear from the clients telling that yes, we are postponing it for some time. Maybe
Right.
we have some financial crisis, or we do
Right.
not have some funds to support the application. At the end of the
Right.
day, they would not tell you that we never want to migrate. Yeah, until and unless they have some problem with freezing cold weather. Apart from that, there is literally there is no one who would say no. You can just go ahead and tell anybody that hey, I'm going to send you a Canadian visitor visa. Do you want to come? They will never say no to you.
Yeah. I think I was that was a little tricky question. I wanted you to say this. That's beautiful, because I'm very, very happy that a lot of people feel like Canada is going to be their second home, and it is. I mean, at least for me, it
Easy.
is my
It's a
second home.
safe country where you can have your kids grow. You can see them enjoying the beauty of the country. You can see them growing and having, good education system, good government system,
Right,
and all these facilities. Why would somebody would say no to moving to Canada? I
right,
mean,
yeah, for
there is
sure.
no other option apart from Canada, to be true.
Right. 100%. All right. So I think that marks the end of our discussion. Anwais, thank you so much for your time. And sorry about the inconvenience of going live today, but I'm sure we did what we are supposed to do. We made
Right,
sure that
right.
we threw the word out there to a lot of people saying, hey, don't be hesitant if you're thinking about coming to Canada.
Exactly,
Right? We
exactly.
got you here. And especially for the candidates who are applying from the UAE, you have companies like Continental Migration Services. They're helping you guys out, and also the biggest partnership of lifetime, let me call it that way. Both of us on both sides
Right.
helping candidates and helping them reach the right
Destination.
professional and academic goals.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Anwais, for your time
Thank
and
you once
really
again.
appreciate it.
It was really nice talking to you during the session, and I hope and pray that both of our companies' relation and the partnership it grows stronger and it excel and propel, and both of us reach to a plateau where we can easily make people life easy, and we
For
can
sure.
migrate people from here, and you can help them getting everything settled over there with the help of the mentors that you have on board.
100%. 100%. Thank you. Thanks again. You have a
Thank
good
you.
and
You
amazing
too.
day ahead.
Good day. Guys,
All
stay
right.
safe. Whoever is listening to us, please
Yes.
follow the SOPs and wear masks. We were in the office, and everybody in the office was on the social distance. So that's the reason. And plus, for the video, me and Shri are not wearing masks.
Yeah,
So
because we are virtual, so it's okay.
it's really important for you guys to wear masks. Please follow
Right.
the SOPs. Stay safe. Thank you very much, Shri. Lovely talking to you. Have a
Thank you.
wonderful day. Bye
Thank
bye.
you very much, Anwais. You have a good one too. Bye bye.